Begin this hour with a KSL exclusive. A Utah woman reunited with a beloved piece of jewelry that she lost 2 decades ago.
That's right, a class ring that originated in Texas, went missing in St. George there, and is now back home in Lehi, thanks to the kindness of a total stranger. News specialist Shelby Lofton joins us now live from the newsroom tonight with the exclusive story. Shelby.
Yeah, that's right. Lindsay Bolter lives in Lehi now, but she grew up in Texas. And just recently, she was thinking about her missing high school class ring until a stranger messaged her. And she says the way her ring was returned to her is a story worth sharing.
We wear rings as symbols of promises kept and goals achieved.
So I graduated from high school in Texas and then was accepted to a college in Idaho.
Lindsay Bolter was excited to pick out her own ring to mark this milestone. She wore it proudly until
I had gone home for the summer. My parents decided to move from Texas to St. George, Utah. That's when I'm pretty sure I lost the ring.
She would think about that class ring for the next 2 decades.
Every time they move, I'm like, oh, maybe they'll find it.
Well, we're doing our best.
Miles away from Bolter, Tooele County mom and school employee Aubrey Smith prepares for school to start back up.
I am what's called a refocus mentor. I help kids who are in class maybe having a hard time.
In her off time, she's sorting through her late grandparents' belongings.
Pretty bittersweet.
Buried in boxes of jewelry.
This class ring that was not a local school.
Smith typed the name engraved on the ring into Facebook.
And the first Lindsay that popped up, sent her a messenger.
It was from a lady I didn't know, and I replied and I said, yes, I did lose a ring, but it was a really long time ago. Here are some identifying features. And she wrote back in all caps, yes!
Worried it was a scam, Bolter hesitantly made plans to meet.
It's real. I kept waiting for the other shoe to drop, like, now send me $500 and then I'll, whatever the catch is.
But when they met in the middle of the Salt Lake Valley.
And she was in this bright pink t-shirt that says, be kind, right on the front. And I was like, okay, this lady is legit.
Slid it on and it just fit.
Smith's grandparents had a condo on the same Bloomington street where Bolter's parents lived.
My parents either rented their unit or the unit right next to theirs. And I lived in for that summer.
It made the hassle worth it.
To help, even if it's inconvenient or if it's time consuming, because you can't beat that feel good.
Bolter wears the ring now for different reasons.
Nothing's ever really completely lost. There are so many more Aubreys than I think people know. The world deserves to know who she is, and then maybe they'll be able to see Aubreys in their own life a little bit better.
And Smith says it's likely her grandmother had no idea she still had the ring hiding in all of her belongings. She just wishes her grandma could be here to see this story come full circle. I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Shelby. What an inspirational story.